Hello, Taurus. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie. This is a special reading I'm doing for you today, and it's called What It Is That You Need to Learn. From whatever sector of life this could be in, your love life, it could be your work life, it could be any part of your life, okay? So having said that, this may not resonate with all of you. If it doesn't, check out your other signs, and if those don't resonate with you, then check me out another time, okay? So what is it at this time that Taurus needs to learn? What is it that Taurus needs to learn? Okay, the Hangman energy. So Taurus, you need to learn to make sacrifices, or you need to learn to not be so rigid and look at things from a different perspective, okay? What is the current mood around you with this energy? Okay, this is beautiful though. This is, it's a treasure chest with a heart in it. This to me seems like this is something that you have at heart. This is like your deep, deep inner, your inner loving, you take this very much at heart. But you do need to learn to see things differently and not be so rigid. And, you know, if you look at this card, you're not even touching the ground. So it's kind of like you need to take a leap of faith in some way to make sacrifices or look at things differently. Like be taken out of your comfort zone, almost. Because Taurus, you are an earth animal, right? Like an earth creature. But it is something that you have at heart. What are the energies around you that can assist you with this progress, with this learning progress? For Taurus, what are the energies that can be assisting Taurus with this learning process? Too many cards, too many cards. Okay, so what energies are there to assist Taurus with this learning process? Okay, the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, wow, and the Ten of Wands. Okay. Okay, so I think the Two of Pentacles means to weigh things, it's a juggling card, right? But I really think it's about looking at both sides of the coin for one. So seeing things from a different perspective, but weighing them out as well. Needing to understand what makes each thing tweak, whatever the topic is. Okay, so instead of just being one way, single-minded, you know, with the blinders on, open up the blinders, look at things differently, look at all the possibilities, do the pros and the cons of whatever it is, solution that you need to learn about, whatever, if it's in your love life or your work. And also look at both sides of the coin, not just the one side of the coin, okay? And then once you have done that, make sure that you are like you hang on to those thoughts. You have a good foundation that you can build on, that you are feeling certain that you have gone around the block many times and you've looked at all the possibilities, that you have dotted all the T's, crossed all the dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's. Sorry about that. Make sure that you have that foundation. Okay, look at the possibilities, the different possibilities. Look at them inside out, whatever way. And then once you've got that good foundation, then don't be afraid of doing the hard work. There's 10 wands on here. It doesn't mean it's a burden. It means you're going to take action on it. And maybe it is 10 possibilities. You know, maybe it is 10 possibilities you're going to have to look at in order to get to the right answer for your situation. Yeah, so if this is pertaining to your love life, okay, so let's go back a step here. If this is pertaining to your love life, you need to maybe make sacrifices, or I think more so it's not the sacrifice, it's the seeing things from a different perspective. Maybe you and your partner are having a challenging situation at the moment. It's something that you have deeply at heart and you refuse to budge on it. But it's asking you to look at both sides of the coin. It's asking you to actually balance things out and look at them. Don't just look at from your perspective. Look at their perspective too. Put yourself in their shoes. And once you've done the due diligence, then once you're very certain, 100% certain that you've done the due diligence and you've looked at all the angles, then you do have to put in the work, right? You'll have to put in the work. It's the same thing with work. If it's a career thing, you're not the only person working for a company unless you're a totally self-employed person. But you need to be able to collaborate with others, and your way is not always the right way. You need to be able to see things from a different perspective, from your customer's perspective, from your colleague's perspective, although it is something that you have truly deep at heart. Okay, let's leave it at that. What behavior do you need to adopt? Okay, so we have the Scorpion, those two flipped out. Scorpion. And you have the Chick. And you have the Orca. Okay, so the Scorpion says, it says that it's time to let go of toxic things. So you know what? Maybe you have toxic thoughts in your mind. That to me is toxic. When you refuse to see other people's perspective, it's very toxic to others. It's almost like a narcissistic behavior. So you need to open up and get rid of that. It says to death and rebirth. And, a Scorpio is very self-protective. So usually it doesn't want to attack, but it will attack if it's being attacked. But regardless, you need to get out of that energy of that self-protection. Instead, you do need to get rid of toxic things or toxic thoughts, toxic behaviors that you have in order to die and rebirth from it. Okay? And then the Chick, right after that, what more vulnerable can you have? After a Scorpion, you have a Chick, like a little chick, chick. It's telling you to be vulnerable. Be innocent and vulnerable after that. And then you have the Orca. And the Orca calls for being adaptable, intelligent, never to make the same mistake twice though. Remember that we learn from our mistakes. But the Orca is also considered like the killer whale. So once, you've changed, you've brought on those personal changes, you've had the death moment and the rebirth, and you've become vulnerable and innocent, that's like kind of approving or your self-approval that, you're ready now to see people's perspective and work on it. Adapt the energy of the killer whale. Go for the kill. Be adaptable. Be intelligent about it. Don't make mistakes. If you make a mistake, learn from it, but go for the kill. What's a potential outcome for Taurus? Should they follow this advice? Too many cards. Okay, this one. Okay, perfect. You have the Nine of Pentacles. And on this deck, she's no longer with the Falcon. The Falcon's taken off. She's actually been able to get rid of the glove too. She's now tendering to her garden. She now has time to do other things. Maybe part of your issue is you can't delegate, you can't see things from other people's perspective, because by not being able to do so, you don't delegate anything to anybody. You always want to be in control. And this to me is kind of like letting go of that control. And now you're able to now nurture things and people around you, and not just the one single thing that you thought about the whole time, whichever topic this is pertaining to, right? You're now able to focus on other aspects of your life that are beautiful around you and make you beautiful and make you happy. I really like this, Taurus. So Taurus, let me know how this resonated. If it did, I would really love to hear comments. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And all the best with this learning experience, and catch you next time. Take care.